If you've watched or read Chainsaw Man, chances are you may have heard of the name Tatsuki Fujimoto. He's taken over the manga world by storm, having his most notable works in the last 7 years, with the likes of Fire Punch, Look Back, Goodbye Eri, and of course, Chainsaw Man. Oh, did I forget to mention this man is only 30 years old with zero formal training in creating mangas? Artistically, he did practice oil painting at a young age with his grandparents, and he has also graduated university with a degree in Western painting. But he's all self-taught, where most of his manga skills come from his early works in making one-shots. And all of this led up to the creation of his first serialized work, Fire Punch, which is one of the weirdest mangas I've ever read. It was serialized through Shueisha's Shonen Jump Plus from April 2016 to January 2018. So during this time, if you are using the Jump Plus website or app, that means you can read One Piece and My Hero alongside the insanity that is Fire Punch. And I wouldn't even classify this as your typical shonen manga. It contains topics that you don't really see in the shonen genre, like cannibalism, incest, religion, philosophy, humanity, and more. You don't see these combinations in shonen like at all. Let me just give you the chapter 1 synopsis of Fire Punch. This is a world with people that possess special abilities called blessings, similar to quirks in My Hero. And right in the beginning, you see the world is frozen over because of one of these special few individuals known as the Ice Witch. Our protagonist is Agni with a blessing of regeneration, and in unconventional fashion, he uses his abilities by giving others in his village his severed arm to feed them, because finding or growing food is damn near impossible. A little after this crazy scene, you have Fujimoto present this panel where Agni's little sister is asking him if he wants to make babies? Like, I didn't know I was reading Orimo, I thought I was on Shonen Jump. And we're not even near the end of this chapter, because Agni's village was visited by another blessed with the ability to control fire, who was disgusted by their practice of cannibalism and lights everyone in the village on fire, which only can be extinguished once they die. Meaning for Agni, he could not have that luxury of death because his regenerative powers were strong enough to withstand the flames. Year 1, he can only roll around writhing in pain. And in year 3, he was finally able to walk, but only by biting his own tongue off to distract himself. Year 5, his brain acclimated to the pain, but he still had a hard time breathing due to the flames burning his lungs. Finally, in year 8, he was able to fully handle the flames that engulfed his body. Now, hearing this, you would think the story is completely based on Agni getting his revenge on the one who murdered his sister, but you would be completely wrong. With such a tame storyline like a simple revenge story, it isn't going to grab the attention of other manga artists such as the creators of Tokyo Ghoul and One Punch Man. Here's a quote from Tokyo Ghoul's creator who said Fujimoto had better realize soon that he's much crazier than he thinks he is. I'm not sure if this is based on Fire Punch or if it's because he has a Twitter account acting as his little sister. His talents cannot be denied though, because Murata and One praised him for his beautiful writing even before the serialization of his second major work, Chainsaw Man. And I think pretty much everyone at this point has heard of Chainsaw Man, because the amount of hype for this anime adaptation was unreal. The initial rise in popularity came from the fanbase Fujimoto already had with Fire Punch, and they became even more insane when the community saw this panel. This face was memed out, like it was copied and pasted on top of every anime and manga character, and if you know anything about memes, it generates fandoms like no other. More fans means more eyes reading Chainsaw Man, and more eyes on this one specific character, Makima, which sprouted even more memes. People would then start posting on Twitter with the caption "bark for me" along with a fan art of Makima or them cosplaying as her, and a lot of people are reciprocating in the comment section saying wolf or bark. Studio Mappa even played along with this meme by naming the official website of Chainsaw Man chainsawman.dog. With all this publicity going around the internet, it generated one of the most viewed trailers of all time for an anime, even more than that of Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer. Around the time when the anime was announced, the manga went on hiatus for about 2 years, but during those 2 years, Fujimoto published 2 one-shots, Look Back and Goodbye Eri, both of which have weird Fujimoto-like endings and are quite lengthy for one-shots, but if you have time in your day, then I would recommend checking them out. The paneling that Fujimoto uses to convey emotion and sets up pacing for his works is amazing, to put it lightly, and Goodbye Eri really displays this skill to the next level. I think in any other context, this 4-panel layout would be very mundane and boring, but it works well for the the plot of this story. It's about a son trying to deal with his mother's sudden terminal illness. He was given a smartphone for his birthday and was given a task to film his mother up until her final moments. Each panel could be seen as if he was holding the smartphone horizontally, recording every moment of his life. Fujimoto also creates a lot of scenes with no dialogue, where the pause shows the expression in each character changing from panel to panel, which builds the tension in the scene. Fujimoto uses this to his advantage by creating these slow moments, then hitting you with these dynamic panels, breaking your immersion in reading this manga. I've read quite a bit of manga, and never can I really depict how certain scenes are played out until the anime for that manga comes out, but somehow Fujimoto makes these still drawings full of motion. He, to me, is currently one of the best mangakas right now, and I can't wait for what other works he has up his sleeve. He doesn't do anything conventional, he is out of the box, and that is what makes him special.